Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to j76 Gaming. I am Jimmy Wild, and this is the Wildcast. Alright, here we go. Episode 1 of the Wildcast. Kind of want to go through no script. I have like general topics, but I kind of just want to talk things out, and we'll see where we end up. But yeah, I've been meaning to do a podcast for a while, and I've kind of been waiting, kind of wasn't sure what I was going to do, and then I was like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and let's just do it. Let's just get this started, and it'll evolve just like everything else does. So here we go. Let's start with the first couple of things I want to go through. So first thing on my mind right now is stay at home. I'm an introvert, kind of like it. I like staying home. Lots of game time, lots of movie time. But I will say I'm kind of getting that itch. I'd kind of like to do something. I think it was last night. I was sitting around. I was like, man, I'm actually bored. I don't know how many video games I have. I don't know how many movies I have. I don't know how many TV shows and subscriptions to like the Netflixes and Disney Plus and all that stuff. And I was bored. I was like, all right, if I'm bored, it's time to do something. I need to get out. So anyway, I brought this up just because in City of Austin, looks like they're going to stop the stay-at-home order on June 15th. And I mean, to be really honest, no one's really paying attention to it right now anyways. I mean, this is Texas. Everyone just does what they want anyway. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Because there's been a lot of talk on the Austin subreddit about, just wait in 2 weeks now. 2 weeks from whatever happened, and there's going to be another outbreak. And we've been saying that for 2 months, and there hasn't been an outbreak in Texas. So, like a huge one. I mean, there's been the ones where, like, there's a nursing home fairly close to where I live that one person went there, infected like the vast majority of people there. So, I mean, outbreaks are happening, but not so outrageous that we can't maybe open up the town a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. Really, I'm hoping that everyone just gets out and starts doing their thing again and everything's fine, but still a little bit scary, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah. All right. Black Lives Matters. You guys heard of that? Is that going on right now? I hadn't heard. So I was watching Whitney Cummings' podcast the other day with Donnell Rawlings on it, and she asked a real simple question that was just, what are white people supposed to be doing right now? Like, what can we do to help? And I really liked his answer. Because he said he just really would wish that people would use their platforms to show support. Now, to be fair, I have a very small platform, but to anyone that's listening, I really hope that we can get through this. I really do. I'm sick of racism. And I'm sick of it because like we should be over it by now. Like, I don't know why it's still a thing. I don't get it. I think that's what's frustrating to me is that number one, I want to fix things, and it's hard there's nothing I can do to fix this right now, and so but I want to, but I just can't, I'm just one dude, right? But anyway, so yeah, I hope we can find some peaceful solution to this. Like I said, I don't know what the answer is. I don't know how to fix it, but all I can do is show some support and saying this needs to end, like right now. Please get your act together. Looters, knock it off. Seriously, you're kind of ruining the message here. Knock it off, please. And Austin people, please stop trying to block I-35. I-35 is bad enough. We don't need to get people on there trying to block it. Austin. All right. Anyway, let's get on to some gaming news here, gaming things. So if you guys have watched any of my videos or heard me talking on any of the Twitch streams or anything like that, you probably heard me talking about Final Fantasy 11, and I'm gonna bring that up for like one really important thing right now. I only put out one video in all of May. And why did I only put out one video in all of May? Because it was the Return Home campaign. And I was playing Final Fantasy 11 nonstop. And I had all these ideas, and I was like, okay, there's an idea for a video, there's an idea for a video, there's an idea for a video. And I was just like, I'm playing Final Fantasy. I can't possibly do it. So anyway, so this is just my excuse. This is Final Fantasy 11 is my favorite game of all time. And it's a good and a bad thing. The good thing is that I have a favorite game that's really good. It's been around for 18 years. That's kind of nice. The downside is it takes so much time away from anything else that I could be doing. As far as gameplay goes. So that's why I wanted to bring it up first, because the next couple of things I want to talk about are kind of impacted by Final Fantasy 11. So, Phantasy Star Online 2. Man, we were talking about it at work, how excited like me and my buddy were for this game to come out. Finally North America release, new 8 years in the making or whatever. And I signed up for the beta on Xbox like months ago, long time ago. And then I started playing Final Fantasy 11 a lot more. I started playing on PC a lot more. I didn't turn my Xbox on all the time. And by the time I turned my Xbox on again, I realized that I had been accepted into the beta for Phantasy Star. And I just didn't even know. And then by then, the beta was already over. So I was like, oh, great. Here we go. This is just another thing I missed. But anyway, I was kind of going to look at this game. But, yeah, there's still all those Windows 10 issues. I'd really like to be able to install the game and play it. That would be cool. So I don't feel too bad that I've been playing Final Fantasy all the time instead of Phantasy Star Online. But hopefully maybe another week or so I'll get some of the installer and launcher issues wrapped up. I heard Riker was talking. I don't know if you guys watch Riker, but he's a Diablo 3 player, and he covers like RPGs or action RPGs. And he was talking about it, how apparently there's a mod that you can use, like some modder came up with a way that you can get around the launcher and actually play it. But I'd rather probably just wait and see what happens with the actual studio, like trying to fix it. So that'll be cool. But it should be interesting. I haven't played like a true action RPG in a while. I'm trying to remember. It's been a minute for sure. And I think it was probably Terra. Terra was probably the last thing that I played that I was like, oh, this is action. Like if you're level 5, you can fight a level 20 monster as long as you're good enough, right? So the question is just really, am I going to be good enough? And it might be no. It's probably no, but we'll see how it goes. I watched a couple of videos on it and about the starting classes, and some of them are easier to play and some of them are not. So I don't know, but that's part of the fun of a new game, is trying to figure out how it goes. So we'll see. But yeah, that's I don't know. That'll be cool when I get to it. The next thing is, I was super pumped about this game. I still am super pumped about this game, but playing stupid Final Fantasy. So Xenoblade Chronicles. I was so excited. I got it right here. Still in the shrink wrap. Haven't even opened it. And not only do I have that, but I got the collector's edition too. Still haven't opened this one either. It's been out for a week. Haven't touched it because of Final Fantasy. But I don't know. Maybe this coming week I'll take a minute to get Xenoblade Chronicles going. I've heard some kind of mixed reviews, I guess. I shouldn't say mixed. I should say slightly less than ideal. I think Digital Foundry said it best when they were just expecting just a little bit more out of it, and I was like, okay, that's fair. But I mean, still, I didn't get a chance to play this. I jumped into Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Wii U, and I was like, this is one of the greatest games of all time. But at the time, I didn't have a Wii, so I didn't have a way to play Xenoblade Chronicles. And I ended up getting it on 3DS, but then I realized that I don't have one of the new 3DSs that can play it. So whatever. But yeah, it's out. And I'm actually a little bit worried, because if I start playing it, I might not put it down. So we'll see how that goes. But I played a boatload of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on the Switch, and I liked X better than 2, but I mean, they're still both fantastic games. 2, the one thing I didn't love about 2 was the jiggle physics. There's just a little bit too much. I don't know that Pyra's boobs need to be that big and they need to jiggle that much. It's just a little bit, takes you a little bit out of the game, It's like, come on, they don't move like that. I mean, I haven't seen every boob in the world, so maybe some of them do, but it seems a little bit excessive. Maybe tone it down just a bit. But other than that, I think it's a great story, and the combat's really cool. I like to see the progression that you can make. Using the different blades is really, it's a really interesting mechanic, I guess. I guess it's kind of just like changing weapons or changing skills or whatever, but it's pretty cool. I had a lot of fun, and I started playing it, and I probably made it, I want to say 70 hours in, and then I got distracted and started playing something else for whatever. And by the time I got back to Xenoblade again, I couldn't remember how to play. I couldn't remember, I couldn't just jump in at I think level 72 or something like that. I couldn't just jump in at level 72 and be like, oh yeah, I totally remember how to do these fights, because I was just getting wrecked all the time. So I actually ended up starting over to remember to learn how to play. And I was like, I'm just going to play a little bit. And then I ended up playing, I don't know, probably 40 or 50 hours on the second playthrough. I was just like, oh, so now I have 2 games, one at level 72 and one at I don't know, like level 40, let's say. And like, good job. That was a waste of your time. But I did learn something interesting though. Sorry, we're off the Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition topic, but with regards to 2 on the Switch, I thought it was interesting that it doesn't have the capacity for 2 save games, for 2 different saves of different playthroughs. So if you want to play Xenoblade Chronicles 2, like if you have to have 2 different logins. So I had to create a second user for my own Switch that I can just log in as that to play the different save game. Not the best experience, I guess, but whatever. What are you gonna do? But that that's on me too. Like I should have just kept playing the first one. But it's all good. But yeah, I'm excited about this one. Because like I said, I never got to play it, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's that. So yeah, so like the big news, it was a couple days ago, I guess. Kingdoms of Amalur, ReReckoning, like they're gonna do a remaster. Oh man, this is so good. This completely made my day. Yeah, I actually dug out. I still have my Xbox 360 version, and of course I bought it on. I think it was on Steam. I bought it on Steam also for PC, but yeah, I remember I think I was at Best Buy. And I was just like zooming through the games. Because like back in 20, I think it was 2012. Yeah, so like back in 2012, like that's I mean, I wasn't buying all my games off of Amazon. And well, because number one, I was a huge physical game collector. I mean, I've always been physical games, but I did go to the dark side a little bit and start buying some digital for a couple years. But anyway, but in the 360 days, I was buying everything at like Best Buy, and I'd just go there every week and be like, hey, what's new? And I remember I saw this like Kingdoms of Amalur, and I was like, I'm a sucker for box art, and I was like, that looks cool. And I recognized the names, R.A. Salvador, Todd McFarlane. I was like, those are big names, right? So this game's got to be good. And it's pretty good. So I really liked it. I thought of it probably, I think the closest comparison that I would say is like, it felt like a single player World of Warcraft. Yeah, that's what it kind of felt like to me, and which is awesome. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped about the remaster or whatever you want to call it. So I did look, and they do already have the collector's editions on sale on Amazon. And I think I heard that they're on like GameStop and stuff too. But anyway, so I already went ahead and ordered it. I was like, I don't care, I'm buying it. So yeah, they got a date, August 18th. And that's, I think I read Game Informer was saying that August 18th with what they had heard, and then also what they saw on Amazon, obviously, because it's right there. So yeah, that's right around the corner. I mean, as fast as this year has been going, August 18th is, I mean, it's like tomorrow. But what's also kind of cool is my birthday's in August, so I'm just going to pretend that this is a birthday present to me. And yeah, who knows? I might have to take, what I haven't done in a long time is take a couple days off work when a new game comes out. I have not done that in a while. I think I'm going to do it. Just for giggles, just like, whatever. I mean, I get yelled at work to take more time off anyway. So, What's a better excuse? Do I want to go traveling? No. I'm going to sit at home and play some video games. It's the only way to do it. But anyway, that's kind of all like the newsy type stuff that I wanted to cover today. But I did kind of want to get into a little bit of story time. Kind of where the name Jimmy Wild came from. And I think it's a fun story. But, I mean, who knows? You guys might hate it, but whatever. I used to go by Jester a lot. And Jester just got really too hard to get that name anywhere, right? Anytime a new service would come out, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to log in and I'm going to sign up as Jester. And they're like, try again. Like, oh, geez, all right. So then I started putting all these numbers at the end, and they're like, try again. I'm like, geez, oh, Pete, how many Jesters are there in the world? And apparently it's a lot. So anyway, I started back with this name, Jimmy Wild. I was like, I kind of like that. It's kind of a fun name. But here's the story of where it came from. And I didn't always think it was a cool name. So a long time ago, I was waiting. So me and some friends were waiting in line to buy concert tickets. We were waiting to buy Beastie Boy tickets. And this was before you just went online and bought tickets for something, or tried to buy it as all the scalpers buy them. Then you have to buy them from the scalpers now, but whatever. This was in the days when you had to go wait in line at like Ticketmaster. And the Ticketmaster that we had was Warehouse Records. That's what it was. It was Warehouse Records in East Lansing, Michigan, because I was at Michigan State at the time. And we were more than 24 hours away from the start of the sale, and we were already lining up. So to try to help things out is like, we got a notepad out and we were like, okay, everyone come get in line. We're going to write your name so you don't have to stay in line exactly. But you have to stay here, right? But I mean, if you want to walk around the corner or whatever, that's cool. If you want to go to Taco Bell, there's a Taco Bell down the street, go to Taco Bell, get some Taco Bell, come back. It's okay, because we got your name in the list. And so this dude, I'm writing down people's name, and this dude's like, my name's Jimmy Wild. And I was like, what the heck is your name, Jimmy Wild? I'm like, Jimmy Wild, this guy's an idiot. And he was in some band, I don't know, apparently in some local Michigan band. And I was like, that's the dumbest name I ever heard, Jimmy Wild. Like, come on, get out of here. So anyway, I probably spent 2-3 years, maybe more, I don't know, thinking about this name, Jimmy Wild. It's like stuck in my head. I was like, this is the dumbest name ever. This is so stupid. I can't believe like anyone would call themselves Jimmy Wild. It's so dumb. And then that kind of went away. And then all of a sudden I was like, Jimmy Wild, that's a really cool name. I kind of like it. I was like, okay. And then when you get into, I think I just said it so many times to myself and made fun of it that it just turned out, I started thinking it was cool. But anyway, so when I started getting into the Jester debacle, trying to get Jester, I was like, I need a new name. I need a new something. And I was like, Jimmy Wild. Why not? I've been already carrying this in my head for years. I might as well use it. So I started going by Jimmy Wild. And Jimmy Wild was not taken in a lot of places. It was on Steam, so I had to do Jimmy Wild numbers on Steam. I was like, eh. But anyway. So yeah, that's where Jimmy Wild came from. And yeah, I hadn't thought about the origin of it for a while. So this was a little good trip down memory lane. But yeah. So anyway, that's all I want to talk about. You know, as far as a podcast goes, I mean, I kind of just wanted to talk, and I mean, I haven't like reviewed everything, but hopefully I'm just gonna do no cuts, and so it'll just be as is, just me talking, me thinking, and going forward. I mean, I definitely want to. One of the things I was waiting on is I wanted to have someone else to be able to talk to in the podcast, because they say, I mean, as interesting as I may think I am, I'm probably not that interesting. But as soon as you add a second person into a conversation and you have, like, I don't want to say conflicting, but let's just say slightly different opinions, or at least can have some dialogue, then, like, podcasts get a lot cooler. But anyway, I'm just going to see how it goes. Iron out the wrinkles as it goes, and let's start adding more people. I also want to do some different animation and stuff at the beginning. I just kind of threw some clips together that I liked, and made a quick little splash screen in Photoshop today. So, but like I said, it's always going to be an evolution, and we'll see where it heads. But thanks for watching, and I'll check you out next time.